Coach, let's start at the beginning. The new regime change is in full effect. Nick Nurse, the head coach of the Toronto Raptors, yourself now the new bench boss, the 905. Talk about your first interactions in a gymnasium with Nick as the head coach and how you feel that's going to work out.
It's been amazing so far. I mean, Nick's energy, what he brings to this team, the way that they're locked into practice, the way they're locked into the details is phenomenal, right? The team is really engaged, and for me now to sort of keep learning from that and transfer to my team is going to be great. The players we have are kind of two-way players. They may play for the Raptors, they may play for 905, so both of us are coaching them up, like, with everything we got.
So Nick's got his definitely own style. We know that G League coaches work closely with the big team. So what are going to be some of the similarities, the parallels that we're going to see this year?
A lot of it is just sort of the relationship between the two of us. So my ability to ask Nick questions about, hey, you did this in this game last night, why did you do that? Or if he sees one of my games, you did that, why did you do that? More to the point. And figuring those dynamics out in terms of being on the same page. It's really important, I think, with 905 teams, or sorry, G League teams, in our case 905 and the Raptors, that we're on the same page, really on the same page. And the relationship of daily conversations and regular sort of dialogue. And this time now at Summer League, where we figure things out. We figure what's going to work, what's not going to work, so we can absolutely just streamline it for both teams.
That's been one of the major consistent factors during this last 5-year run of excellence for the Toronto Raptors has been the close connection. Now, looking at the roster, I see a lot of guys here that could end up either with the big club or with the 905. Who's impressed you? What are you seeing right now on the floor in these first couple of practices?
A lot of these Summer League players, to your point, are great basketball players, and they have a chance to make our Raptor team, but they're also really in the running for that 905 team. I think you look at the point guard position, you look at Teague and what he's done here in this camp thus far. He was with us earlier in Toronto. Really solid, great player, can shoot the ball, pretty good percentage, and just a real floor general. Kind of Lorenzo Brown type floor general, which is really important at the G League level. You look at a guy like Giddy Potts, who's had a really good camp thus far. His strength, his sort of dynamism offensively and able to take big shots is really impressive. And then you look at some of these undercover guys who are sort of sneaking under the radar. We got the Canadian and Boucher, and sort of a raw player, but what he can bring to the table is intriguing with his length and his speed. So a lot of exciting things, a lot of new players to look at, and we'll learn more in the coming days.
One of the things I've always felt was one of your strong suits is your likability, your personability as a coach. Now you're the head coach. Is that going away? Like, are we going to see the jerk in you come out? Like, how do things change as your head coach?
I mean, being a head coach to me is about relationships, and that was my case as an assistant. It will change now because I got to make decisions that affect that player. So do they play? Do they not play? But I mean, we're gonna do our job the best we can, and they got to fit what our team needs. And if they're not doing it, I got to get on them. That's my job as a coach. The way I do it is not going to be super strict and crazy stern, but it's going to be clear and consistent and regular, and that's what's important for the head coach. A consistent message, a clear message, and get the guys to do what you need them to do.